Hello and good morning, or here in Vietnam, it is good afternoon, and welcome to the New York Times Hard Sudoku. Today is November the 5th, 2023. I'm back from my weekend trip, and I find myself having a little time so we can solve the puzzle together. I'm seeing these two sevens blocking across here, of course, so a seven must go here. And I'm seeing a seven blocking up and down. Therefore, 7 goes here or here, and we have a 6 blocking across and up. So a 6 also must go in one of these two squares. And we have a couple of 8s blocking these 5 squares, and this 8 blocks this square. So here's an 8. And it seems as if across here, a 1 must go here, 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 because the 1 blocks here. What else is missing in the row? 8, of course, blocks all these 3 squares, so an 8 must go here, and this is now a 3, 1, and a 9. 3, 1, 9, therefore a 4, 5, and a 2 here. So let's have another look at these 3 squares. They can't be 6 and 7, so there must be a 1, 4, and a 5. So since this 4 blocks across here, this must be a 1, and these now must be 4 and 5. Here we said we needed a 1, 3, and a 9. Now we have a 1 and a 3 blocking down, so it's clear that a 9 must go here, and these must be a 1 and a 3. A couple of 9s block up here, and this 9 blocks over. One of these must be a 9 now. And we have these two 9s blocking across, and we have this 9 blocking up. So a 9 goes here. That gives me a 1 blocking across and 1 blocking up. 1 goes here or here, blocking across. This 1 blocks across. This 1 blocks up. So a 1 must go here. Now we got 1s here or here. Here we need a 2, 4, and a 5. We have a 4 and a 5 blocking this square, therefore it's got to be a 2. Now we have 4, 5 here, here, and here. And here we need a 3, 6, and a 7. This 6 blocks here, this 6 blocks here. So 6 must go here. These now must be a 3 and a 7 in some order. We could do more with the 6 because now we have these two 6s blocking these 4 squares. Ergo, a 6 must go here. Now 1 must go here or here because this 1 blocks down and a 5 blocks down. So a 5 goes here or here. Therefore, these must be a 3 and a 9. The 3 blocks over, giving me a 9 here and a 3 here. Now what? Here are 2, 4, and a 7. 2 and a 4 blocks over, 7 goes here, 2 and 4 here now. Not sure about that. So let's see if we can find something else to play with. We should be able to fill this square, shouldn't we? It's got to be a 3. And here we are looking for a 7 in one of these squares. This 7 blocks over here and this 7 blocks up. So a 7 clearly must go here. Now we have a 7 blocking down and up. One of these must be a 7. And remember how over here one of these is a 7? So where now can we place a 7 in row 6? We have this 7 blocking here, so it's clear that this must be the 7. So we need a 2, 3, and an 8 for these squares here. 2, 3, and an 8. 8 goes here or here. That must be clear now because this 8 blocks down. So if an 8 goes here or here, and by the way, this 8 blocks down too, so the 8 goes here. This is now a 2, 3. Let's finish those first. The 3 blocks up, giving me a 2 here and a 3 here. What I was about to say was that now that this 8 blocks across and this 8 blocks down, we can enter an 8 here. I have to continue to remind myself to slow down. I promised that a few videos ago, and I will try to live up to my promise. It's just that this puzzle seems to crumble very early in the solution. And sometimes my mouth runs before my brain speaks. So let's see if we can slow it down even more now. So let's collaborate on an 8, shall we? We need an 8 for the left vertical shoot. Well, there's only one left shoot, right? And that is this one here, which comprises columns 1, 2, and 3. Where can we place an 8? You nailed it. This 8 blocks down, this 8 blocks down, and this 8 blocks over. So here's an 8, which happened to be the last 8 that we need for today's puzzle. So what else can we find? We still need a 2, 5, and a 6 for these squares. So it's clear that a 6 blocks up. One of these is a 6. Therefore, a 6 goes here or here. We also had 6s here or here, remember? And these are 1 and 5. We know that from earlier. Therefore, these must be a 2 and a 4. And it so happens we also have a 2 and a 4 in these two squares. So that's quite funny and interesting, but it doesn't seem to help me. But we can place a 2 now in row 7. And the 2 must go here because we have this 2 blocking down, and we have this 2 blocking down, and this 2 blocking across. So a 2 goes here. Remember how these were 1 and 3? Now these must be a 4 and a 5. And by the way, now we also have a 2 in one of these two positions. See this column here? We need to find a 1, 2, 5, and a 9 to complete the column. There's a 1 and a 9 here, so these two squares must be a 2 and a 5. And these must be a 1 and a 9. The 1 blocks over, giving me a 9 here and a 1 here, right? And these two have got to be a 2 and a 4. The 2 blocks up, again, it gives me a 4 here and a 2 here, and therefore a 4 here. Here, a 2, 5, we know that from earlier, therefore this must be a 3. Are there any important ramifications from this now? I wonder. We need a 1, 4, 5, and a 9 across here. 9 must go in one of these squares here. 4, 9, 1, 5, 5, 4, 5. I'm probably still a little crazy after today's trip back from Wienjörn, which is the town I was visiting yesterday and this morning. I had almost run in with a calf, good-sized calf, which lost its footing on a hill, and it tumbled down on the highway just in front of my motorcycle. And I am really, really thankful that I often train my ability to emergency brake and evade, because I ended up about a meter away from that poor creature. If I hadn't been able to evade, then nobody knows what would have happened. I probably wouldn't be recording this video at this time. I'm wondering about this square here. Let's have a quick count across row 5, shall we? We do have a 1, 2, 4, 8, 9. Missing are 3, 5, 6, 7. There is a 3, 5, and a 7 blocking the square, which therefore must be a 6. And now we can enter the 6 and a 7 here. This 7 blocks across, and this 7 blocks up, this blocks down. Here's a 7. And here we just need to find a 4 and a 9. The 4 blocks down, giving me a 9 here and a 4 here. Now this must be a 4, and so must this. Therefore, a 4 goes here and a 5 here. We did talk about those at length earlier, didn't we? Here we need a 5 now. We have a 4 blocking up here and across here, so a 4 must go here. 1, 3, and what else? 6. So we got 6s here or here, and here or here. 3 blocks over, that's convenient because now this is a 3, and that gives me a 3 here and a 1 here. That gives in turn a 1 here and a 6 here, which again forces a 6 into this corner. Here we had a 2 and a 5. Therefore, we also have a 2 and a 5 here. And none of them can be solved right away. We need to find some good stuff first, probably here. Here we need to find a 5 and a 3. Now we are going places. The 3 blocks down. Here's a 5, here's a 3. Therefore, this can't be a 5. It must be a 2. And this must be a 5. And this must be a 2. And this must be a 5. 1 and 5 here still. But now we have a 5 here. So the 1 goes here and the 5 here. This 1 blocks across. This 1 blocks down. Here's a 1. The corner square can only be a 2. And the last square here must be a 9. A nice little puzzle today from the New York Times. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.